Hello and welcome to our makeover and skin and nail care session. We're so pleased you could join us today. I'm Maya Potter, the Events and Digital Community Officer at Target Ovarian Cancer. We know that treatment for ovarian cancer can bring changes to your body that may have an impact on how you feel about yourself and may be difficult to deal with. That's why we've partnered with Look Good, Feel Better today for today's event. Michelle, lead volunteer at Look Good, Feel Better, will be running the session today. Michelle will be sharing advice and guidance on skincare, nail care, and self-care tips throughout the session. We've also set aside time for questions at the end. Please note that any products mentioned in today's session are an example and other products are also available. Look Good, Feel Better are not medically trained, so we would advise speaking to your medical team to check if there is anything that you cannot use or ingredients which should be avoided. Anything that comes out of the session is not substitute for the information and advice given to you by your medical team. I'm now going to hand over to Michelle to introduce herself and start the session.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle. I'm a Look Good, Feel Better volunteer over in Belfast, Northern Ireland. It's so good to see all of you on today. So I'll just tell you a wee bit about Look Good, Feel Better. So we've been established 29 years, and since then we've supported over 200,000 ladies during their cancer treatment. We deal with the physical effects of cancer, so dealing with losing your eyebrows, your hair, eyebrows, and different things to do with physical effects of cancer. Our workshops, we do so many workshops. I'll talk about that at the end. And I do skincare, I do makeup workshops, I do nail workshops, I do teenager workshops. We also do workshops for men too. So we do a variety of different workshops. So I hope you enjoy the skincare tips. And if you have any questions, then I'll answer them at the end. So I'm going to start off with skincare, and then I'll go on to nail care. So to start off with, I'm just going to cleanse and show you a few tips on how to look after your skincare. If you join one of our skincare and makeup workshops, you do get a couple of items which I do have here, and I can show you some of the stuff today. I'm going to use my own items too, just to give you, because we don't have eye creams and different night creams and toning sprays and like primers for the skin. So I will go through a couple of my own items too. So what I'm going to start off with, I'm going to start off and show you how to cleanse the skin, how to look after the skin. Going through treatment, your skin can go from dry to oily. You can get a lot of dry patches. It can go red. You can get a lot of redness in the skin. You can get a lot of darkness under the eyes too. And a lot of ladies at our workshops always say to me about dry skin. That is a lot of problems you get all over the body, not just the face. So it's good to use skin products. A lot of ladies say that they don't use any skin products and maybe they just go to wet wipes or things like that, which can dry out the skin. So I like to show you I'll show you kind of what you get in the bag, and then I'll go through step by step of some of my own items and how to care for the skin. So in the bag, usually you would get a cream cleanser. So a cream cleanser is really good to go through the skin if your skin's quite dry and you want to cleanse the skin and clean the skin, cleaning the pores. You also get a micellar water, which is another cleanser. So you'll either get a cream cleanser or a micellar cleanser. Micellar cleanser is really good if you want to cleanse the skin too. It's just a water-based one. So it's kind of the same as a cream cleanser. I'll do the cream cleanser first and show you how I do it with my hands, and then we'll go on to the micellar water. You also get toners in the bags. A lot of ladies are like, I've never used a toner before, but toner is really good for cleaning the skin, tightening the pores, and also getting a deep cleanse where you can get right into the pores to clean the skin. If you have any products today, you can sit and you can do it with me if you want. We also have the toning. That's another gentle toner. A lot of the stuff we use is for dry to sensitive skin. So a lot of it's not perfume based, because you can get irritation in the skin going through treatment. And then we also have an eye makeup remover. You get that in the bag. That's really good if maybe your eyelashes are thinning or coming out and you want to take off your eye makeup without your eyes getting sensitive or any eyelashes further coming out. So eye makeup remover is really good for sensitive eyes. And then we have moisturizers. So you do get a moisturizer in the bag, and that's really good for dry skin. So using a moisturizer every day, morning and at nighttime, I would maybe say about using a night cream. But I'll go step by step and then we can talk about each item as we go along. So to start off with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse the skin. So I'm going to show you how to cleanse the skin. A bit of a massage. It's nice to get a massage, especially if you're going through treatment and maybe you're suffering from headaches or you're just wanting to relax. It's actually nice somebody doing this on you, but you can learn a few wee tips doing a wee massage on your own skin. I didn't put much on today. I have a wee bit of a tinted moisturizer on and that's it. So cream cleanser. Always wet your pads. So if you're cleansing your skin, make sure your pads are wet, because if they're wet, it doesn't drag on the skin. So if you have wet, cold pads, it then cleanses the skin without dragging, or further, if you've dry skin, it will irritate the skin. So I always say wet. Some people use like the muslin cloths. So even if you're using something like that or recyclable cotton pads, just something that is cooling on the skin, because going through treatment, you can get a lot of heat in the skin. So the skin can go very dry. It can get very heated. It can get quite sore. A lot of people get breakouts here, but you can get a wee bit of breakouts from chemo and stuff like that too. So just cleansing the skin every day. Even if you don't wear makeup, still cleanse the skin, because you still want to clean your skin from pollution and air and winter and stuff like that. So make sure you're still cleansing the skin every day. So cream one, I'm going to just show you. I'm going to put it onto my hands. Just putting a bead like that. Hopefully you all use cleansers and toners. I don't know if everybody uses them, but a lot of people find that they only use one product and it's soap and water, but that can dry out the skin when going through treatment. So I want you to go through maybe getting a nice cream cleanser, and you don't have to buy expensive products. Some people get products from Lidl, Aldi. They have stuff from Home Bargains, places like that. I use on the nail stuff. So you don't really need to go out and spend 30-40 pounds on an eye cream or a face cream. But if you do get to one of our skincare and makeup workshops, you do get a goodie bag with all the products in. And the goodie bag is like that. So it's Look Goofy Better goodie bag, and you get over £200 worth of skincare and makeup in the bag. So you wouldn't need to worry about going out and buying everything, because you will get the stuff in the bag. But if you're coming on to an online workshop or going to a face-to-face workshop, you will get the bag straight away, or you'll wait to receive the bag. So you can have a few of your own items in the house and do the workshop with me online, and it just goes step by step. So you get to learn everything. And going through treatment, physical effects of cancer do make you feel a bit down, because when you lose your eyebrows or your skin gets really dry and you just want to know how to put makeup on, and maybe your makeup isn't staying on. So it's good to prime the skin and do your skincare first, because if you put makeup straight on the dry skin, it'll not stay on. It'll just come off in patches. So it's good to have your skincare done even before you put makeup on. So that is the cream cleanser. So I'm just going to heat it up in my hands. I always heat the cream cleanser up in my hands. And then everybody forgets about your neck, but your neck is part of your face. So you want to tighten the neck area. You want to cleanse the neck area. You do put makeup down the neck area or have tan on. So you do want to cleanse the neck. And as you get older, you start to get fine lines in the neck. So you want to, it's like giving yourself a facelift. You want to lift the skin up and tighten that neck area. So we're just going up and then round. Round the eye area is quite sensitive. So you want to do light wee movements around the eyes like that. Just light wee movements. Then you want to come across the head like that. Just going across where the dry, a lot of people get a lot of dry skin up around this area. A lot of people tell me too, if they've lost the hair, how far up they should go. Bring it up, because you can get quite a lot of dryness around the scalp area. So bring it up and cleanse around that top of your head. And come back around, go lightly movements around the eyes. Don't rub the cleanser into the eyes unless you had a cleansing balm. I have a cleansing balm that I use that you can rub in the eyes, but normal cleanser can irritate the eyes, especially if an infection. You don't want to spread one to the other eye. So you always want to keep it separate. So I will show you with cotton pads in a wee minute. So just going around like that. Then round here, around the nose area can get quite dry. So make sure you're going around the nose and then back round. But always make sure you're doing your neck, and always lift up the way. You want to get the blood flow going. So you want to lift up the way. Once you do your skincare, you do start to feel like your skin's starting to feel nice. Do you know, you can feel like you're starting to get rid of that dry skin. So wet cotton pads. Then what you're going to do is I'm going to use the micellar water. So we'll use this to cleanse again, a double cleanse. If you wear makeup, you have to do a double cleanse. See, if you just wipe your face once, it's not enough, because deep, you want to go second down, because when you go to put your moisturizer on, it's going to go into the skin. It's not going to sit in the top layer of your skin. So you want it to go deep in. So always do a double cleanse, especially if you're wearing makeup. If you're not wearing makeup, one cleanse should be enough. So I'm going to just put that on the wet cotton pads. Make sure your pads are cool, so maybe cold water, because you can't get hot flushes going through chemo and stuff like that. So you don't want your skin to be overheated and start to irritate the skin. So going up the way again. And then back round. And I'll do 2 cleanses on the skin just to show you. Now, this was only a wee bit of tinted moisturizer, but can you see what's coming out of the skin? So another cleanse will go deep in and take off any other excess makeup on the skin. It takes me about a half an hour at night to go to bed, because I go in, I use my cleansing balm, then I do the eyes, then I put the moisturizer. He goes, "What's keeping you? You've got that light on for ages." But I have to do that unless I was out on a night out. I quickly just give it a quick. But doing this does make a difference. So going through treatment and cleaning the skin does make a difference, especially using things that are more natural. Try to watch what your products you're using, because you could have been using Simple. We'll give an example. You could be using Simple for years, and then you're going through treatment and you go to use it and your skin has changed. So it's went from combination to dry, and you're using oily skin stuff on dry skin. That will just make the skin more dry. So go for what your skin is now. If your skin is dry now, you can then, what you can do is you can then cleanse the skin with a dry product, not a oily product, because if the skin's changed, you're going to irritate the skin. Let me see. So I'll get another wee bit of micellar water. This is the usual one that's usually in the bag. It's quite a big one you get in the bag, the cleanser. So we're going to cleanse again. Just out the way. So you're just pulling up the way like that. Avoid the eye area. Don't put the cleanser near the eyes, because your eyes can become quite sensitive. And that's the double cleanse. Do you see that there's still stuff coming out of the pores? So always double cleanse. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go on to toner, and then I'll do eye makeup remover. So I'll just show you how to tone the skin. In our bags, we usually have Garnier, L'Oreal. We can have Boots number 7. So we do have them kind of products in the bag. And a lot of them are for sensitive. So this one's an anti-blemish for tightening the pores, witch hazel for cooling down the skin for sensitive skin. So that's one of them that was in the bag. Another one that was in the bag was dry to sensitive skin. They all are paraben free and they're for sensitive skin. So our products are treated for your skin now. If you're going through treatment, it's gone very dry and sensitive. Our stuff is targeted for that. So we don't put a lot of things in with perfumed products or anything like that. A lot of people say to me, "I've never used toner. What is the point of toner?" Toner is really good for like double cleansing the skin and toning the skin, so tightening the skin and cleaning out the pores. So toner is good for tightening the skin and cleaning the pores and further going in. Toner, cooling pads again. I might try that wee witch hazel one. I haven't tried that one yet, so I'm going to try that Garnier one. So this is like a gel. You will need to put this on the cotton pads. You can't put it on your hands to rub it in, because it won't clean out the skin properly. So onto the pads again, and then on the neck, and you're just coming out the way like that, going out the way. So you're tightening, cleaning the pores, tightening the pores. If you find that your skin is irritated going through treatment, do a wee patch test. So put a wee bit on your skin. If you feel like it's going red or burning, just don't use that product. Wait till after your treatment and start using your product again. So go for something that's targeted for sensitive skin, because a lot of ladies tell me that their skin has went very sensitive and never used to be sensitive. So their skin has went from dry to oily, and then very sensitive. So if your skin is sensitive, watch what you're using in the house. You wouldn't think I had that much makeup on, but there's still more coming out. So that's with the toner. And then just let that dry a wee minute. So you let that dry in. Next, I'm going to go on to eye makeup remover. So in the bag, you do get an eye makeup remover. Everything's donated on our bags. So sometimes the bags can be different products in them. And our bags are light, medium, and dark. So we do for your skin color. So if you have light skin, we do a light bag. If you have medium skin, we do a medium bag. If you have darker skin, we have a darker bag. So we have products that suit your skin. Sometimes the colors aren't exactly to what you would wear, but you can use your own stuff in the house to darken them or lighten them and stuff like that. But usually the skincare is kind of all the same. But you will get, we have a lot of skincare now. We used to have more powders and stuff, but now we've invested in more skincare items. So eye makeup remover, a lot of people don't use that either. Going through cancer treatment, I would advise you to use an eye makeup remover because your eyelashes can thin and they can come out. If you're using heavy product and rubbing on your eyes, that can take out more eyelashes. So try to use something like an eye makeup remover, especially this one. This is an oil-based one. So see the oil in it? You can just do that. And that mixes the oils round. So it's better on the eyes. And you can use that to clean your brushes too. So because you're prone to infection, you can clean your brushes even once a week just to make sure there's no infection getting into them or dirt or anything. And you can use a wee bit of your eye makeup remover just to wipe down any eyeshadow brushes or makeup brushes. So that, always use 2 different ones because you don't want to cross infect the eyes. I had an infection in one of that eye before and I didn't want to spread it that one. So always make sure you're using 2 different cotton pads. So you hold that on for a couple of seconds and that'll break down any mascara or anything on the eye. A lot of ladies don't wear mascara going through treatment because their eyelashes have thinned. So even to wipe any makeup around the eye or just to cleanse the eye, just make sure you're using a different cotton pad and just hold that on. And then wipe out the way. So you always don't wipe in the way because you don't want to put anything into the eye. So hold it and wipe out the way like that. And you can see a bit of that coming off. So just holding that again on that eye. You'll have to do this all tonight with your products. Have a wee go at a wee facial and then out the way. And then hold it and then out the way. So once we've done that, then we go on to, I'm going to talk about eye creams because we don't have eye creams in the bag, but it's good to know what to use under the eyes when going through treatment. A lot of ladies tell me that their eyes get very puffy, and they get a lot of darkness under the eye. It's important to have an eye cream. You don't need to go out and buy an expensive one. You can go out and get one for a couple of pounds. You can patch test it to see if it's okay on the skin. Go for something that's very for sensitive skin if you find that your skin is got a lot of redness in it. So I do have an eye pen. So I use one like that. See with the wee like rollers on it. This one here, you put the eye cream through it, so you don't need to use your fingers. If you are using your fingers, you need to do wee tapping motions like that under the eye, and you lift right round. So tapping like that. Make sure, even as you get older, I use an eye cream every single day. Eye gel in the morning, and I use a night cream and a night gel around my eyes at night. A night cream at night will help moisturize your, so say your skin's very, very dry. This is like a night mask I use, like a night cream. It has a lot of thickness in it. So a day moisturizer is more for daytime. A night moisturizer will put more moisture back into the skin, and it's for anti-aging, so it will tighten the skin too. So if you find that your skin is very dry, I would put a night cream on. We don't have that in our bags, but we do have day moisturizer in our bags. But I always like to just give you a couple of extra tips when I'm doing the online workshops. So with that, I just go round. With the eyes, you just want to go out the way and pull up. A L'Oreal, a lot of places, Garnier, do ones with a wee roller on it. So that just helps with puffiness in the eyes. And a lot of ladies do get puffiness and darkness under the eyes. Cameline tea bags, if you cool down one of them and put them on your eyes too, they're really good for cooling down any puffiness on the eye area. and then just around this bit here. It's actually quite relaxing when you put a wee bit of cream under your eye. So make sure you're treating under your eyes too, because you can see that a lot of darkness comes under the eye or it gets puffy. So that will help with puffiness under the eyes. Serums, a lot of people ask me about serums too. Don't use anything with high like acid. So some people say like chemical peels. Can I go for a chemical peel? Can I put like an acid mask on? Don't use anything like that. Go for natural. So you can get like orange peel. You can get more natural exfoliators or serums to put on the skin. So use something that's more natural on the skin, because if you put something with a lot of alcohol in, it'll start to burn the skin, irritate the skin. So while going through treatment, I always say advise to use more natural stuff. Always look at packaging and try and cut out the alcohol and use something more natural. So serums, we don't have that on our bag, but a serum, you can take a wee drop of serum. This is just a orange peel serum. And always do the neck too. So you're lifting up and just coming out. Serum, and this is an oil-based serum, so oil is really good on the skin if it's dry. So put that around them areas that are really dry, and that will target that dry skin and help naturally lift any, it'll help naturally exfoliate the skin without putting anything harsh on the skin. And just do you see the glow on my skin? Just from them, don't want to put that light on because it makes it a bit bright, but you see the glow? It starts to give you a glow on the skin. So it starts to soften the skin. So that's the prep done. And then moisturizer. In our bags, we do have moisturizers. We have so many different ones, and they're all targeted for dry, sensitive skin, which happens when you're either in the winter or you're going through treatment. Your skin can go, I have quite oily skin, but I have a lot of dry skin around this. So T-zone, very oily. I don't put a thick moisturizer around that area, but round here, then I put on more of a thicker moisturizer around that area. I get quite a lot of breakouts around this area, so I know I do have oily skin around here. So you know your own skin type. You can just feel it, and you'll know that I've got a lot of dryness now. I need to target that with dry to sensitive moisturizer. So I'm going to put this as a vitamin C moisturizer, and this is a day moisturizer for during the day, because if you're putting makeup on, you don't want to put a big thick moisturizer on and then your makeup just slides off. So go quite fine with your moisturizer. If you're not wearing makeup, you can go ahead and put a wee bit more on. You can get moisturizers that are factor 50. So these ones are herb. This one is an herb protector, defender from pollution, and this is SPF 50. So you can get moisturizers that have SPF 25, SPF 50. It's good to protect your skin even through the winter. I use an SPF right through the summer, right through to the winter. So it is good to protect your skin. I did have skin cancer on my back before, so I do protect my whole skin now, and I wear an SPF all year round. So try to get something with an SPF if you can, and that will protect your skin even with the rays coming through in the winter. So SPF, you can go a bit lower in the winter. You can get one. This is a 25 one. So my one there has 25 in it, but I always have one with something in it. So heating up the hands, make sure you're doing the neck area. Background. Gentle wee movements. Now, because you put the eye cream on, you don't want to be rubbing anything in the eyes. So just do gentle wee movements like that. And then up around the head area. See if you want a wee massage, you can do wee movements like that. That just relaxes any tension in the head and background. I love doing this. It actually makes you quite sleepy. Just relaxing background. And then coming down and back down the neck. So always make sure you're doing the neck area. You do want to put that on, but you can start to see the skin starting to go soft. So if you've dryness, if you start to do them couple of wee steps, you'll see that that will help round the skin to moisturize it, and it'll help tighten the skin too. You can get cleansing balms. So there is things like cleansing balms. So if you don't really like micellar waters or anything watery, so a cleansing balm is the same as a cream cleanser and a micellar water. A cleansing balm will take off your makeup, but it's like an oil. So if you've really dry skin, if you've never tried a cleansing balm, go for a natural cleansing balm. They're really, really good for a lot of dry skin. And they look like butter. So that's the mirror. So you take a wee bit out. I'll show you on my hand. Take a bit out. And see, when you put that on, it starts to turn into an oil. Do you see the shine on it? So if you have a lot of dry skin, a cleansing balm is really good, or a cleansing oil to put onto the skin if your skin's very dry and you don't want to use a micellar water or anything that's liquid. Go for a cleansing balm or an oil-based cleanser, and that will help the skin. Cleansing balms are good. You can actually rub them into your eyes and all without using eye makeup remover. You can get SPFs too for over your makeup. So you can get SPF Garnier. I use that. That's natural. So that is for sensitive skin. And that's a factor 50. You can spray over your makeup. So there is things you can get for over your makeup if you don't want to put a factor under, if your makeup's not staying on. So you can get stuff for over your makeup. So then what I do is I always use a primer, like a toning spray, a cooling spray. So for redness in the skin to keep my makeup on, I always spray my skin then before I put my makeup on. So spraying the skin. And things like this you can keep in the fridge. Cooling sprays, sprays for the skin, primer sprays you can put onto the skin then to keep your makeup on. So once you've done your skincare, and then usually on our workshop online, we go on to makeup now. So I'm finishing off with skincare, and then hopefully you'll come onto a workshop and learn the skincare and makeup together. But the spray, I just use a cooling spray for then to prime for the makeup. So I use that. You can use it on its own too. So it just like gives you that dewy look on your skin. So if you have a lot of dry skin, you would spray that on to take any dryness look in the skin and make it more dewy. Okay. So that's all the skincare. And then what I'll do is I have a couple of wee items here for the questions that I'll show you once we answer a few questions. So going through treatment, the nail workshops are really, really good. We only started doing the nail workshops about a year or two ago, and they have took off really, really well. We're usually fully booked with them. A lot of people going through treatment find that their nails go dry, they get ridges, they get darkness in the nails can come off, the nails can peel. There's so many nail issues you can get going through treatment. I'm going to tell you a few things. I don't want to tell you the whole workshop because that takes an hour and a half, but I will tell you a few tips that do help the nails when you start treatment, and things that will help with infections, stuff like that. So going through treatment, a lot of ladies at the start of the workshop would tell me their nail issues, and a lot of them is darkness in the nails going yellow, brittleness, nails peeling. A lot of nails go very flaky, and then they don't know what to do with their nails. They get where the stage is, they just start putting plasters on, they cover the nails, they don't let the air at them, and it finds that the nails are breaking right down. The thing that I use every day and will help your nails grow, will help your toenails grow. So for this is for the hands and the toes. Our nail workshops are for hands and toes. So the skin around your nails are very, very important. So see, putting a cuticle oil on or a cuticle balm, rubbing that on around the nails every single day will help the growth of the nails, will help the nails get moisture in them, and will help your cuticles. You want to keep your cuticles because your cuticles keep your nails attached and keep your nails very, very strong while going through treatment. A lot of people look at their cuticles and go, I feel like I'm going to cut these all away. But because you're prone to infection, you don't want to start cutting cuticles away and pushing them back too far, because it can hurt them and you can get a lot of numbness in the hands and feet. So you don't want to cause any infection in the nails. So cuticle oil. If you don't have a cuticle oil or a cuticle balm, you can pick these up anywhere. You can get in the pound shop cuticle oils. Cuticle oil is really good for rubbing around the nails and massaging into the hands and toes every single day. So massaging it in, rubbing it in, and massaging your hands and feet. Your feet get very dry too, so you need to work on your toenails too. If you've been covering your toenails and you haven't been looking at them, make sure you take the polish off and you look at your toenails to see if they're discoloring or they're lifting, because you don't want it to get to the point with the nail maybe gets a bit dry and it starts to break halfway down and then it gets a bit sore. So make sure you're caring for the hands and the feet. A lot of people paint their toes and then don't go near them again for a couple of weeks, but you want to keep checking them every week. So cuticle balm, I'm just going to show you about rubbing that on, or cuticle oil. And I rub that on to the nail bed. So I massage that in and rub that on. So rubbing that on, even if you wear polish, still rub that on. Still massage that into the nails. So we're massaging that into the cuticles. If you have rag nails or any dryness, make sure you're massaging it right in. A lot of people don't use cuticle oil, and that actually really helps your nails. Keeping it at the side of your bed and using it every night, or using cuticle oil every morning, will help these nails grow and stop them being so dry, especially the skin around the nails. So I'm just massaging that in to the nail beds. You can use almond oil if you have any oils in the house. You can use stuff like that to rub into the nails, and that just massages in. The next thing you want to do to keep the hands the hands can get very dry and sore. You want to protect the nails by wearing gloves. So if you're doing dishes, cleaning, anything like that, make sure you're wearing gloves. If you're lying in baths, make sure you're keeping your hands out of the bath, just so your hands, if the nails are going a bit dry or they're lifting, you're not keeping your hands in water for a long period of times. So hand moisturizer. We're just using the wee hand moisturizer. Hand moisturizer needs to be used every day. You can use it morning and you can use it before you go to bed too. Have a few things at the side of your bed. I always think putting cuticle oil and a bit of hand cream at night while you're sleeping, it starts to moisturize the hands. So it has to be in hand cream, because hand cream is important, not body cream. Body cream doesn't do the same thing to the hands. I'm going to show you another one for sensitive skin. So rubbing that in, massaging it in, make sure you're rubbing it into the hands and the nail beds with that cuticle oil. That's going to massage right in and stop any dryness. So massaging that in, just go up your arm slightly. And that will put moisture back into the hands. Let me see. So when you've done that, using a file to file the nails every 3 days. A lot of people look at their file and they don't know what file to use. This is actually really important. Your file is actually really important. So filing the nails every 3 days actually helps the nails from breaking. If you ever see your nail going through treatment, they can break from down here and break across. So you don't want your nail to break across. So filing down the side walls and filing across. So you want to file in a slow movement like that. You don't want to take it and do it like a saw movement and you're filing the nails too hard. Then it's making them quite weak, because your nails are going to be quite weak, and taking them down a wee bit shorter. See, if your nails are really long and you're going through treatment, you want to keep them a wee bit shorter, because the nails can break. And if they're really long and your nails have become weak, they'll just start snapping and they can come down quite far. So you want to keep the nails a wee bit shorter going through treatment. Files that are really good. A lot of people ask me about files. So files that are really good is glass files. A lot of people don't like glass files because they feel like it isn't really filing the nail. But glass files are really, really good for filing the nails and taking away any wee bits that are breaking at the sides of the nails. Glass files are really, really good. So I would use a glass file to file round and gently just go round the side walls and go round. Spongy files out of the pound shop, ones like that, are really good too. See if you have a file that's metal, or you have a file that is thin and hard, that means the file is actually can make the nails weak. So look at your file and don't use a metal one. A lot of people use the metal ones and they're actually make the nails quite weak. So try not to use anything too harsh on the nails. The files that you shouldn't use usually have a number on them. So they'll say 100 to 180. That is a file that you shouldn't use. That's a file that I would use for gel or acrylic. I have a beauty salon. I do nails every day. So these are files that I would use if I'm filing a gel or acrylic nail. So the lower the number is the higher the grit. So make sure when you're getting a file, you go for a glass one, a spongy file, something that feels dead soft, and it's going to file the nails without breaking the skin or causing any infection in the nails. I use a file like that, like it's like a 4-way buffing file. When I use that, I file the nail, then I start to buff the top of the nail bed. So I just go gentle wee movements to file it. This is really good. Do you ever see you get flakiness from treatment? You get a lot of dryness on the nail bed. See if you're using a 4-way buffer and you're gently going over and shining the nail. You only do it every 2 weeks. That'll stop the dryness on top of the nail bed, and it'll start to make the nail feel dead smooth. So going through treatment, a lot of people ask me about painting the nails. What should I do? Should I just keep my nails with nothing on it? Nail polish actually keeps your nails stronger. So going through treatment, if your nails have went weak and they've started to go dark or they're breaking, especially your toenails too, make sure you're filing them, and then you are keeping them a bit shorter, but you're painting them. See, a nail strengthener is really, really important to put on your nails to strengthen your nails, to keep them strong while going through treatment, not a base coat. A base coat will only protect your nails from discoloring. It'll not strengthen the nails. So you will need a nail strengthener to apply every day. You can get ones, there's so many different nail strengtheners. You can get ones that are water-based. You can get vegan nail polish. You can get ones that have no chemicals in them. A lot of people don't want to use anything with too much chemicals in it. So go for something more natural, like a vegan nail polish, which you can put into Google. You can get Rimmel ones. You can get ones that are a bit cheaper. You don't have to go out and buy ones that are 20, 30 pounds. Also, painting your nails dark. I don't know if anybody's been doing this or if anybody's heard about it, but painting your nails dark while going through treatment protects your nails. So that is a dark purple, like burgundy color, purpley color. And you can go black. A lot of people don't like black, but burgundy, dark colors. Painting your nails while going through treatment keeps your nails strong. It completely blocks the UV light getting near them. It stops infection and it stops the nails breaking. So I would advise you, if you're going through chemo, the day before, paint your nails dark, keep it on for 2 or 3 days, take it off. Make sure you have your nail strengthener. Take it off, let the nails breathe for 2 days with nail strengthener on, letting the air at them, and then repaint them dark again. The dark is going to help your nails from breaking, and it's going to keep them strong. The nail workshop, you do get a goodie bag. So with the skincare, you will get a goodie bag worth £200. The nail one now, we do have a wee nail bag. We don't always have a nail bag. It could be just a couple of wee items, but that's a nail bag. And in the nail bag, you do get a nail polish remover. You can get like a wee apricot oil, an oil that's going to help the nails, moisturize them every day. Nail polish strengtheners, which is like a polish with your nail strengthener in it. We're going to have hand creams. So you will get a few items, and you will learn a lot if you come on to one of our nail workshops, and you can keep asking me as many questions as you want. I will ask you what your nail issues are and what your toenail issues are, and I will go through it step by step. So I will help you through the whole workshop of how to fix your nails and how to look after them. So that is an 1.5-hour workshop, so I can't fit it all into this 15 minutes. But if you do book on, it is very good to come on to our workshops and they're all free, so you can do as many. But I will talk about that on our next slide when we go on. So I'll talk about our services. Our services are really good. So see, going through treatment and you've came really dry skin, your eyelashes have fell out, your eyebrows have fell out, and you don't know how to draw them on, how to look after your skin, what products to use. Our bags are worth £200, our skincare and makeup work bags. And I was showing you earlier, it comes in a wee bag like that. And it's filled to the top with your skincare and makeup in it. So you will get all the items that you need for your skincare and your makeup going through treatment. And everything is free. We give everything out for free. So all you do is have to come onto an online workshop or go to face, and you will get that goodie bag. And you will get all the stuff in it. I also do teenager skincare and makeup workshops. So I am doing skincare and makeup for teenagers too. Skincare and men's grooming. We do men's workshops. A lot of men feel a bit embarrassed about coming on to a workshop, but the workshops are good. There's barbers on it. There's men's grooming sessions where it shows you how to look after your skin, how to look after your beard, how to draw your eyebrows on, because men do get affected by losing their eyebrows too. So the men's workshops are very, very good too. And you do get a goodie bag with that. We also do, which I do, is the hand and nail care workshops, which is you get a few wee goodies with the hand and nail, and that's an hour and a half workshop, 2 hours, and I will go through step by step, hands and feet. So talking about your toenails, how to look after them, how to help nails breaking or coming off, and going through cancer treatment. It can affect the nails, as you probably know. Some of your nails have went dark or they're falling off, stuff like that. Hair loss and scarves and wigs. We do hair loss, which is losing your hair, how to apply wigs. There is a specialist on for that. I don't do them workshops, but they're very, very good. And they'll talk about scalp treatment, how to apply scarves on the hair, and how to talk about, so you should come on. They're split up into 2 workshops now. So there's hair loss and then there's scarves and wigs. So they're about an hour and a half, 2 hours each too. And that's the ones, the brows. You can do brows and lashes in that workshop too. Styling for Confidence is a really good workshop of clothes, what clothes to wear, how to style yourself, how to make yourself feel good. And that workshop is really, really good too. And that is an online workshop. Meditation and breath work. We also do workshops for like relaxation, meditation. I meditate every day. I find that it helps me with my anxiety. So I do find it useful. So breath work, how to breathe. And we also do gentle exercises. So we do chair, mat yoga. We do, so if you can't really stand and do a lot of exercise, you can sit and do light exercises, which is our chair yoga and stuff like that. And they're very, very good too. So these are all free and you can book online. So how to book a workshop? You can go online, self-referral. You can go onto our website, which is lookgoodfeelbetter.co.uk workshops. It's easy. If you're online and you put it in, or if you go onto our Instagram page, Look Good Feel Better, or if you go to our we have Facebook too, Look Good Feel Better page, or you can put into Google Look Good Feel Better UK workshops, and you can book as many as you want. You can find whatever workshop that suits you. You'll receive an email and then you can get your confirmation of dates and stuff like that. And all workshops will help with hints and tips and anything you want to ask. So if you go into hair loss one, you can ask as many questions as you want about hair loss, what products to use. There's different specialists for every workshop and they're all free. So come on as many as you want. And you do get the goodie bags and the skincare and the nail one. So try to get onto them because they are worth coming on to and they will give you a boost. They will make you feel better.
Yeah, thank you for that, Michelle. That was really great and some really useful tips to try as well. So yeah, as Michelle said, we're now going to move on to the Q&A part of the session. So just as a reminder, we won't be answering any medical questions, but if you haven't had a chance to add your question to the chat yet, now's your chance, and we'll try and get through as many as possible. So a couple of questions we've had submitted is around kind of, are there any top tips you can share for anyone going through treatment and experiencing itchy and dry skin?
So going through treatment for itchy and dry skin, you can use for itchy and dry skin, I would go for more natural products. See skin, like your body or your hands or stuff like that. See Aveeno baby lotion, stuff with oat milk in it. It's really good. And your doctor can give you that, but you can get that on prescription, these Aveeno creams. Stuff like that that are more natural are better for any irritation in the skin. So using stuff that are more natural, I always say go for products that are chemical free. So use things that are more natural and make sure you're using a light cleansing wash or a cleansing cream and your moisturizer, and that will target any dry skin. And make sure you do it every day. It has to be done twice a day.
Lovely, thank you. And we've also had a question come in about combination skin. So they've asked if I use thicker products, they clog up the pores in my T-zone, but if I use lighter products, it doesn't help with drier areas. It's also difficult to clean T-zone pores without over drying. So they've asked if they have to buy, is it necessary to buy kind of 2 types of products, or if you have any tips to help with this?
So that's my skin type. So I have oily combination skin, and then I have dry skin. I can wake up and my skin can be completely dry all around this area, and then this bit's oily and I get breakouts. When you have oily decombination skin, you need to get products that target oily decombination skin for around this area. But see, around this area, so around the pore area, you need to use things for oily decombination skin, stuff for sensitive skin. So it has to be like a light wash. So get yourself a light wash, something that is going to be gentle on the skin to clean the whole skin. That will remove, like a gentle cleanser or a gentle exfoliator will remove the hard skin. Plus it'll clean any deep pores. I have a lot of pores around here. So I use a facial wash at night. Make sure it's chemical free, so no perfume in it. And that will clean out the skin, which will help block pores. Using a primer, so using a primer, a gentle primer on the skin where it's T-zoned, I would put that on first to cover the pores and then add your moisturizer. But using two different products, you don't need to put on. So for moisturizers, you can get like a vitamin C day moisturizer, which is a light moisturizer, but it has a lot of moisture in it, which will help anybody with combination to dry skin. So using like a light, I would say a facial wash, cleaning the skin, then putting on maybe a gentle exfoliator. You can get ones that have orange peel in it, stuff like that. It's very gentle, chemical free. Exfoliating that skin, cleaning the pores out, and then add in your moisturizer. You can use two different moisturizers, a lighter one round the T-zone, and then a thicker one I would put round where it's really, really dry. I would still put something on that's going to cover up the dry skin, because if you put something on for oily skin on the dry skin, it's going to dry it out even more. So make sure you're putting something on for oily skin around here. You can put a lightweight primer, moisturizer around here. That won't clog up the pores, but then put your dry skin moisturizer around this area. And in our bags, we do have stuff for oily decombination skin for dry, sensitive skin. So we do have products in there that apply to the skin. So try to use something that's more gentle on the skin.
Great, thank you. And we've also had a couple of questions about dry, cracked lips whilst having treatment. So is there anything you'd recommend for kind of
Yeah,
sore
I had
lips?
these sitting out because I didn't want to do that with a skincare. Usually we do lips with a skincare, but I knew there was a question about lips. So you can get light foaming lip scrubs, which that is like a light. So I'll show you what it goes like. So you can get light exfoliators, like light creams that foam up. So you put that onto the lips. It feels like a Vaseline. That will start to foam up within a couple of minutes, and you just take a cold wipe, like a cotton wool pad, and you wipe the lips. That will take a layer off the dry skin without cracking the lips or making them sore. If you have a lot of cracks or sores in the lips, you need to apply lip balm. We do give lip balms in our makeup and skincare bags, but get like a chapstick, something that will go onto the lips, and that needs to be applied twice a day, morning, night. Keep using it. But look at the way, see if you get a lip scrub, like a foaming. Do you see the way that foamed onto the lip, onto the lips, onto the hand? I'll just show you this a minute. So if you put in a gentle lip scrub, so this is a foaming lip scrub, but there's nothing in that's going to irritate the lips. It's just a foaming stuff. And you wipe, that takes a layer of the dead skin off the lips. So you can get gentle exfoliators, lip foaming scrubs. If you look it up, you can get so many different ones. And see if you even feel my hand after. It's really, really soft. I use this once a week. So I put that onto my lips once a week, let it dry in, then it foams up. I wipe it off. So it's like a gentle exfoliator, takes off any dry skin, and then I lip balm. So if you're using lipsticks or anything like that during treatment, make sure you're using stuff that are more oily. So like an oil lipstick or a sheer butter lipstick. You can get lipsticks now with sheer butter in them, or oil-based lipsticks, which will put, don't use a matte one. Matte can make the lips very dry. So make sure you're using more stuff with oil in it.
Great, thank you. And then we've had a couple of nail questions as well. So someone's asked, how can I get rid of ridges on my nails?
So ridges, I even have ridges on my nails. Ridges sometimes just take time to go away, but using a nail strengthener and using your cuticle oil and balm every day on the nails can start to smooth them out. If you have ridges, see a 4-way buffer, so the shiny bit, or a 2-way buffer. I have one here, I'll show this one. So this one is like Shape the Nail. You can get these on Amazon. They're like £2 or £3 or the chemist, places like that. Smooth the nail. So you smooth the top of the nail. That one is Buff the Nail, and then Shine the Nail. Every 2 weeks, if you gently just do them 4 steps on the nail, that starts to smooth out any deep ridges and smooths it out. You can get ridge fillers. So you can get, this was actually out of the pound shop. It was £1. It's called a ridge filler base coat, and this fills out ridges. So if you have deep ridges on your hands or feet, you can put a ridge filler on, which will start to try and smooth out that ridge. But some nails, I've had a ridge on my nail and it's always been there. Some ridges take time to grow out, or sometimes through treatment, the ridges will disappear after a couple of months. But using products on it to help with ridges, like buffing them out slightly. Don't go hard with that if you have sensitive nails. Go quite gentle with it. But using stuff for ridges and nail strengtheners will help the ridges in the nails.
Great, thank you. And there's another question. So they've put, is there anything that can be used post chemo on toenails to help release stubborn ones that have come away from the nail bed but don't seem to be falling off?
Right. So mine big toenail came off before. It was hanging for weeks, and I find like this is my note. See if your toenail's ready to come off and you need the new toenail underneath to start growing out. So soak in your feet in tea tree oil. See if you soak your feet in tea tree oil. Soak them in like lukewarm water, your hands and feet. If you find like any nails are coming off, hands or feet, toenails maybe lifting but still not coming off, soak it and wear open toe shoes around the house. Wear like sandals or something that's open toed. Let air at your feet at night. Don't keep your feet closed in trainers or shoes all day, because that can make your feet sore and your toenails can get more. Toenails start to get hard anyway as you get older, and they start to lift up. But to soak them in tea tree oil, that will stop infection and start to lift the nail more gentle. Cutting the nails shorter too. Get the big toenail clippers. You can get them on Amazon. They're called toenail clippers, and they have a bigger, they're not like wee tiny clippers, because that can lift your nail. Get bigger toenail clippers on Amazon. I think they're like £4. They're really, really good. If you use a toenail clipper and clip your nails down shorter, if you find that the nail's lifting, I know a lot of people can't get down to do their toenails. So go to a chiropodist or go to somebody that can deal with your toenail, cut it down, and then use Vicks. See if you rub Vicks around the nail. That's like an antiseptic. So even hands or feet, that will stop the nail getting sore if it starts to come off, and it will help the nail if it's lifting. So tea tree oil and Vicks, and make sure you use your cuticle oil, stuff like that. Cuticle oil down the nail bed will start to get that nail to lift. So if it's ready to come off, cut it down shorter, cuticle oil down it, soak it in tea tree oil, and then put the Vicks around it, and that will stop infections too.
Does scalp stimulating gels and lotions help with the eyebrow area?
The eyebrows. So you can get lash and brow serums to apply to lashes and brows. Now I can't tell you a specific one to get, but you can get serums to help with eyebrows and stuff like that. But usually when eyebrows start to come out, it takes about 3 months for your eyebrows to start growing back again. So they will start to grow back again. On our skincare and makeup workshops, I go through about 10 different things for eyebrows. So I go through how to draw them on, what to use, how to get them to grow back, what products to use, like pencils, brow mascaras, things like that. You can put onto the brow. eBay, you can get like brow tattoo brows that you can stick on while going through treatment if your eyebrows have came out and you're waiting on them to grow back. Some treatment will help, but I'm not 100% sure that all will grow back. You can get the serums. I have one here. I have like that's like a serum that you apply to eyelashes. So you can get serums applied to lashes, but eyebrows, sometimes they just take time to grow back. So you have to wait until about 3 months before the hair starts to come back.
Thank you. And then I think like a similar kind of question about kind of eye makeup. So how to kind of do eye makeup if your eyelashes have fallen out?
So if your eyelashes fell, in our makeup workshops too, I talk about this a lot too. So our steps after we draw on the eyebrows, I go on the eyeshadow. So if your eyelashes have fell out, the best thing to do is put eyeliner. See a little bit of eyeliner under the eyes. If you can't apply mascara, that opens up the eye area. So see penciled eyeliner going around the eye. If you wear glasses, make sure you get a mirror that's just close up so you can see. And take your eyeliner pencil and just go in half. Everybody's eye shape's different. So I have quite big eyes. If you smaller eyes, you can just go halfway on each corner. But a lot of ladies at the workshop, we do give an eyelash, and an eyebrow pencil in our bags. So I talk about putting a wee bit of eyeliner underneath the eye, does open up the eye, and then putting a light color all over the eye highlights the eye. So it starts to make the eye look more open. So if you've lost your eyelashes, you want to put a light color. And then a lot of people have hooded eyes. So putting 2 dark colors at the outside of the eye will start to open up that eye. So light color over the eye, 2 bits of eyeshadow, buff that in with your brush. Make sure you have makeup brushes and you just buff that across 2 dark colors. That will open up the eye. And a wee bit of dark eyeshadow can work the same. So you can take a wee bit of dark eyeshadow, wet your brush, put a wee bit of dark shadow underneath the eye. That can open up the eye. But there is eyelashes you can get that are Eler London, which are sea lashes, which are, you can get them Boots, Superdrug, places like that. Let me see in that bag. Our teenager bags, we have eyelashes. Some of the bags have eyelashes. So Eler London, this girl was going through breast cancer and she designed these eyelashes to stick on the eyes without irritating the eyes. So you can get eyelashes like that. Let me just get that light away. There's no strip on these. Can you see that they're just like an eyelash without the thick strip? These are for sensitive eyes. And this girl here was going through breast cancer. She designed these for people that have sensitive eyes going through treatment and have lost their eyelashes. So these open up the eyes. So these are called sea lash, and you can get these on Amazon, Boots, anywhere like that. And they're about £5. But see, if you do want to open up the eyes more and you do want to stick eyelashes on, if you're going somewhere, get something like that. But just make sure you're putting the eyeliner around the eye, and that will open up the eye if you don't want to wear mascara or eyeliner or eyelashes or anything like that.
Great, thank you. And then just to bring the session to a close, what's the one thing you want everyone to take away from today's event?
So to take away, I want you to take away a few wee tips from today and looking after yourself, just making yourself feel good. Our workshops are for the physical effects of cancer. So a lot of ladies do get affected by losing their hair, losing their eyelashes, their skin going very dry, and then they stop wearing makeup. So they just go, I'm not wearing makeup no more. I'm not using skin products. And then their skin starts to get worse and it makes them feel down. So our workshops is to brighten you up, make you feel good, and just to give you a boost again, wear makeup again, use your skincare again, and help your nails grow again, and just help the increase of the growth on your eyelashes, your nails, stuff like that. But coming to our workshops will give you a boost. Even this was a short workshop, but it does make you feel good, look good, feel better. I always think it will give you a boost. So even trying to get onto our workshops and meeting other ladies, even seeing all the other ladies going through the same thing and coming on, having a chat. Our workshops are very good. You get a chat with all the ladies, even on an online workshop. You come on, we're all together. We all talk at the start, and we all, some laugh, some cry. We all have a laugh at the end of it. And see, once they have their makeup on, they all have a look in the mirror and they actually feel really good. And they're like, I actually going to start wearing makeup again. And then when they get the goodie bag from our workshops, they can start using that and you do get a boost. So try to get onto our workshops. They are good. And even coming on this, it does give you a bit of a boost, knowing that there is things that you can use to help you with your skin and your nails and stuff like that.
So thank you again to Michelle, Look Good, Feel Better, and to all of you for joining us and making it such a wonderful session. We hope to see you again soon and hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.